Hello, guys, gals, non-binary pals, people from all over the world. Yes, even you listening in Timbuktu. I don't know. Welcome to another episode of GSC's Girl Pod.
How'd you know?
How did I know? Great guess. Great guess. You know, this is going to be an interesting episode because each of us is a little half dead in some way or another. I'm Candy, if this is your first time tuning in, and I am joined by Britt and V. V, how are you doing?
I have a hangover. But apart from that,
Hi,
I'm fine.
V.
Hi guys. Hi. No, apart from that, I'm fine, and that'll clear up very soon. Like, because we're raw dogging the drinks. Like we're hair of the dog in it. Like
We're making it work.
we're doing the thing.
We're doing the thing. We're doing the thing. And what about you, Britt? How's it going? What's your half to death like?
I'm Britt, and the air quality is close to 300. So I haven't been able to like really leave my house, and like today's day 4.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going a tad stir crazy. So no swimming. It's summer here, so there's no swimming, no playing on the swing set, no nothing. It's like an orange haze everywhere. So
Good
you know.
times.
Yeah. What about you?
How are you dying?
I've been up since way too early. I was playing a game last night. I got some bad motion sickness, and then I tried to go to sleep. I did eventually go to sleep. I didn't get that much sleep, and I didn't get good sleep. And then I was up very early today for an interview, and I definitely should have taken a nap in between. I didn't. Let this be a lesson to everybody. I know it's easy to say just keep on grinding, but sometimes you got to hit the bed.
No.
Nap something else. It's always going to be nap. I'm sorry. It's always going to be nap.
You know,
sleep debt is a real phenomena, and by the time you're like in your 30s, like we are, you will have accumulated so much of it that if you have the chance to take a nap, just take that nap. Be a toddler. Take a nap.
I know.
Like all of the countries in Europe and South America that take naps in the middle of the day, they have it right. Like, just take the nap.
Okay, so I about 3 o'clock every day, my body's like, hey, you should take a nap.
No.
You should take a nap. And usually I go for it. And I'll say, I'm gonna go take a nap to my partner, and he'll go, yep. It's around about that time. It's about that time.
You know,
he's like, oh, really?
The thing is, too, normally when the thing is, normally I am someone who enjoys naps, right? The problem is I woke up at 5. I had an interview that I recorded that will probably go out after this episode because I'm going to need some time to edit it, and I'm not going to do that today or probably tomorrow because I have other things to work on. So I will prioritize things accordingly. But so, you know, we started the interview like a little bit after 7:30. We were done by 8:30, and I didn't feel tired. And I was like, well, and then I was like, I'll just start editing the interview now. Like, I have to record an intro and I have to set up some things, so I'll just do this now. And I kid you not, by like 9:30, I was like, fuck. I should have forced myself to lay down, or like I should have done so. And I was drinking coffee, like you'll see in the interview, like I am still drinking, and I was drinking beforehand, I was drinking afterwards, and I was like, I just am tired now. Like it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, okay, we'll power through, we'll be fine. And so I walked down to Dunkin' to get a drink because I was like, maybe if I get up and like leave the house and walk out, that'll re-energize a little bit. I walked out the door. I got like 5 steps away, and then it started raining. And I was like, okay, so now you have the rainy, like perfect nap weather happening, and I'm sitting here like, I told everybody we'll record at 10, so now I can't nap. So I'm like, okay, we'll do the recording, and then hopefully I don't like crash through the wall, and then I'll nap. But we'll see what happens. Maybe there's a nap in the future.
She's going to fall asleep during Girl Pod, and we're just going to let her sleep. We'll continue Girl Pod while she's sleeping. on camera.
No, I have thankfully I have never fallen asleep on camera. Even during like 24-hour streams, I've powered through. So I can power through an hour or so, because if I don't power through the next hour or so, who's going to tell everybody that if they're listening for the first time, the second time, or hopefully not the last time, that this is Girl Pod, where we talk about gaming and gaming related things from our perspective to add more voices out there into the gaming sphere. And then in order for them to catch up on everything, they should make sure they're following the channel by clicking the subscribe button. And then they can see all the things we put on YouTube, like the spoiler cast and the interviews. If they're on Spotify, they should also check out the YouTube for the interviews. And if that's not enough, they also need to go look at gamersocialclub.ca so they can find all the editorials, guides, news, and reviews written for gamers by gamers. And see, I'm tired, but I'm not tired enough that I didn't find a good segue into it.
It's very true. I'm very bad at segues, and I would never remember any of that. Like, there's no chance.
That's why I keep a script up, just in case. Like, did I hit all the things? Did I hit it all? Like, okay, good. We did.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess.
You know, I'm like, we hit the things. The things that need to be said have been said. So I'm like,
So
all
now
right,
you
cool.
can take a nap.
So now I can
We
take a
got it.
nap.
We got it.
Okay, bye. No, but what do you
Did you hear about Candy? Oh, she's still awake.
Oh no.
Oh, that hoe bag. Oh, the audacity.
Keeping a script up after all this time. She can't even remember. Oh my god.
No, it's, you keep. How many times do I actually stick to the script though? That's the worst part. It is here for times like this when I'm like, I'm a little off my game.
To be fair, I was not aware that you kept a script up because we never stick to any form of script.
We don't. It's written like a script, but it definitely has been just like a guiding thing.
We have sections, and sometimes we're like an hour in. It's like, oh shit, we should do fantasy guys. We've neglected to do it.
But the great thing about our podcast, it's the only thing that's scripted.
Yeah.
Everything else is just off the cuff.
Everything else is straight brain mouth.
Brain farts.
There's no filter in between. There's
No.
there's no part of the front of my brain that stops the thoughts from the back of my brain just exiting through my mouth. Like
Sometimes I'm not even sure that the brain has figured out what I'm about to say, and it just it's just there.
yeah.
It's already out before you're processing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
100%.
when you take your hand off a hot thing before you realize it's hot, because your brain is it's like too quick to react. But
Mhm.
opposite, it's like my brain is trying to react and I'm already talking, and it's like no.
Take it back, take it back, take it back.
Get those words back behind your teeth. Get it.
But sometimes those are some of the best moments, you know? Like when I put on Uwu voice and I didn't realize I was putting on Uwu voice, and V was like, don't ever do that again. And then Britt comes out with Clint's voice, and it's just like, well, here we are.
Hello, princess.
And it just happens.
I see so many Instagram reels with that. The princess. I can't do that voice at all.
Princess.
I just go into Rosie and Jim for some reason. I don't know why. And every time I see it, I'm like, oh, that's Clint. That's fucking Clint saying this to me. It's supposed to be a glass of wine, but it's Clint, and I hate it.
My lady.
No, see, so it works. It works. That's part of what Girl Pod is about. Just whatever.
You know what Girl Pod is also about?
The drinks that V just had.
What we're drinking today.
Yay!
Hey.
We're trying to out segue each other.
I'm not going to join in because I don't know how to segue.
No, it's great, right? So that way when I'm like, listen, I just can't do it today. Y'all are gonna have to do this on your own. I'll be like, Britt, here's a script. Enjoy.
Yeah, but Brett can do a segue. I'll just like bulldoze through it, just being like, so on to the next segment.
Guys want to talk about dinos?
You guys want to just talk about dinosaurs? Do you want to see my dinosaur tooth again? Do you want me to get off the shelf? Talk about dinos. Like,
And
then-
everybody would be happy. But what are you drinking before you grab the dinosaur tooth off the shelf?
well, okay, so I have 2 drinks because, as I said, I am hungover. And we did establish at some point that all gamer girls should have at least 2 beverages at all times. A source of caffeine, which this is. So this is, right, what is in it? It's got iced mocha cold brew, oat milk, and a double shot of dark caramel rum. So
Double shot.
double shot, to keep me awake and also get rid of my hangover with Hair of the Dog. I also have one of my favorite beers in the world, a can of Club Tropica. I like it because it is delicious and it tastes like alcoholic lilt, but I also like it because in my brain it's called Club Tropicana, and every time I look at it, the song by Wham just plays in my head. So, which is a banger. So yeah, these are my drinks to keep me going throughout the girl pod. What are you drinking? What did you get from Dunkin', Candy? You have to tell
got a pink pineapple refresher lemonade. And I swear Dunkin' is not a sponsor of Girl
That doesn't
Pod.
have caffeine in it. I'm so confused.
Well, because here's the thing. I mean, I had coffee earlier, but if I am truly going to try to take a nap and I'm going to try not to be jittery, I can't just keep caffeinating. But I knew I needed something, so I picked up the refresher, and that was part of me like leaving the house, or else I would have had no reason to leave the house and try to wake myself back up. But this is actually the first time I've had a refresher from Dunkin'. They had some other flavors like strawberry, dragon fruit, and something else, but I think maybe because it's summer, I've also been in a very pink lemonade mood in general. And I was like, that sounds good. I am sort of torn on pineapple because I feel like sometimes people put too much pineapple in drinks, right? And then it, like, I love a good pina colada, but I like the blend of pineapple and coconut, and sometimes it's almost like too pineapple-y. So I've had other drinks like that, but this is actually a good mix of like the pink pineapple and the lemonade. Doesn't feel like one overpowers the other. And again, Dunkin' is not a sponsor. It's just that it's very close to my house. But if Dunkin' ever did want to sponsor this podcast, I have nothing but good memories of working at a Dunkin'. I would happily be sponsored by Dunkin'. Feel free to sponsor this podcast. I'll keep getting Dunkin' drinks and talking about them. I did almost get
I wouldn't be upset.
Yeah, I'm like, I wouldn't be upset. I did almost get the peanut butter Dunkin' latte, and I've been having their peanut butter cloud, or no, they're calling it the fluffernutter latte, and I've been having that, and it's very, very good, which I wasn't sure about the idea of like peanut butter in coffee, because sometimes I've had some of those peanut butter flavor shots and they either don't taste like anything or they taste awful.
Yeah,
but this one is
So-
actually good.
that when I've had bad peanut butter syrups, like that taste like alcohol, like alcoholic, like
Like
not the good
rubbing
kind of
alcohol.
alcohol.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
like the sauces are great. We use PB2 in our house to put in shots. So we take like a couple of tablespoons of PB2 and take hot espresso and mix it together, and it's pretty good. It can't be gritty, and it can't be the alcohol taste. Otherwise, it's bad, and it's not bad.
Yeah. It'll ruin the
Dunkin'.
drink if it has those. I also realized that
It does.
this also, the pinkness of it does match the aesthetic of the background of Girl Pod, so that also is kind of nice. But yeah, it's delightful if you want something refreshing just to hydrate yourself in the heat. But Britt, you haven't really been out in the heat because you can't really leave your house. But what are you drinking?
We talked about the 2 drinks, so we got the 2 drinks. This morning I am drinking I'm gonna call it the dark chocolate sea salt. No, dark chocolate caramel sea salt. Something or other. I don't know. It's this sauce I bought. And then it's 2 shots of espresso, oat milk, and flaky sea salt on top. So
Oh.
that makes all the difference. And then just a strawberry electrolytes. I woke up feeling super froggy in my nose and throat. So just trying to drink water to mitigate that, along with, I don't know if you can hear it, I've got a air purifier over there going on, so
As you should.
I don't know.
I'm sure that's got nothing to do with the fact that the air is literally trying to kill you.
What is it right now? Let me see. 212. It was 290 when I woke up. It's 212 now, which is still bad. My aunt, who lives 20 minutes north of me, was close to 500 this morning.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Yeah. I'm hoping that the thunderstorms that are in the wind that is coming just disperse this. So
I think it is supposed to help. Yeah.
Yeah. But we're also tornado watches. So
good times.
Are we currently in an apocalypse and I've just not noticed? Because
I don't think
pay
your
attention.
country is. I don't think your country is.
Yeah,
in the sense of weather.
No.
US maybe.
Yeah.
Because we're also shitting over here, brother.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there is also that. Yeah.
Yeah. I know they've blamed it on one company that supposedly gives all their stuff to like Taco Bell. Like the Taco Bell lettuce comes from there. But it was funny because like this started happening and I heard about it, so I was like, oh, I have stuff to make salad at home, but I don't know that I should trust the lettuce that I have at home right now because of everything that's happening. So what did I do that same day? I ordered myself Taco Bell, and I was like, I just had Taco Bell and I'm fine. So I don't understand why people are trying to blame Taco Bell. Like I'm chilling, I'm good. It didn't make
and
me
it's
sick.
not just Taco Bell who's getting this stuff. Costco, Kroger, Walmart. There are so many other places that get this brand, and it's everywhere. And I've heard through the grapevine that this specific brand, they sell like veggie trays, and they're known for their pea pods in their veggie trays, and that's why a lot of people get this specific brand. Well, they said they went to Costco to get this specific veggie tray, and instead of pea pods was celery. So it might that they knew. I don't know. I don't know. So it's not Taco Bell, because Taco Bell was like, listen here, we're pulling all this shit from our tacos. You either can eat our tacos without it or just don't eat from us for a little bit. Like, we're trying to mitigate the spread. So
yeah, and I'm just saying, again, I was fine, right? And I know people are like, well, Taco Bell normally gives people the shits. I'm like, sometimes it does. And you know what? This time I had Taco Bell and I was just fine. So I'm not blaming Taco Bell. Keep giving me my chicken quesadilla. It's delicious and delightful and I love it. And my little Cinnabon bites, because I love those too.
I don't think there's lettuce on your quesadilla.
There's not, but I get the meal and it comes with like the taco.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely nothing to do with the current administration over there is like cutting back on all safety or anything like that. It couldn't possibly be that. It's definitely specifically the lettuce from Taco Bell. What do you mean?
It's definitely not because we stopped searching for this stuff. Yeah.
Joy. Let's throw the thing that gives some people a little bit of joy under the bus.
Is Taco Bell woke? Are we supposed to not like Taco Bell? I'm confused.
I don't know.
I mean, I've never had Taco Bell. There's only one in Scotland. I think it's in Glasgow. There's probably one in Edinburgh. I've never had Taco Bell. But yeah, I'm just like, why would? Surely there's people that currently have explosive diarrhea that have not been.
My
to
partner
Taco
and I
Bell.
call it the gamer meal of champions. So on nights that our daughter sleeps over at her grandparents, we will go get like a fuck ton of Taco Bell. We will garden and eat Taco Bell and play video games till like 3 a.m. Like that's our joy in life. So I don't know.
That's not allowed. You're not allowed any joy in your life. Don't be ridiculous.
No, I'm not. I mean, they're not giving me my physical discs anymore. So
Ugh.
They're taking everything. They're
They're
taking
taking everything
everything
from us. Meanwhile, I
No.
just went ahead and ordered like physical collector's edition of Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave today. I was like, I'm doing it. I'm ordering it.
I mean, who knows if you're going to be able to find it? Like, that's the thing. If everyone has the same mindset, like,
Well,
not be
yeah,
able to find-
Nintendo already got quite a lot of shit for the virtual game cards and stuff,
Yeah.
which I don't think are. I don't have anything against digital games at all. Most of my games are
Mm-mm.
digital. My house is small and it's full of
Same.
shit.
I got the collector's
yeah,
edition because I want everything else that comes with it.
you got to give people the option, and I do love a little collector's edition. I ordered the collector's edition early for Persona 4 Revival because I'm like, I need that statue. I need it in my life.
That's fair. That's fair. No, I thought about it for Persona 4, but I was like, I'm gonna play it, but I was like, I don't know that I like need it for Persona 4, but I was like, I definitely want it for Fire Emblem. So I just went on the Nintendo site and I ordered it directly from them, which was also great because I had traded in my first Switch, and then with the credit that I got at GameStop, I just bought like Nintendo gift cards. I redeemed it to my Nintendo account. And then when I went to check out on the Nintendo website, they were like, "Oh, do you want to apply the balance that you have in your like Nintendo eShop gift cards?" I was like, "Wait, this is an option? I can use..." So like more than half of it was covered by that. I was like, "Absolutely." So I was like, "Great. Now I have put in my pre-purchase. I will get it. I will be missing in action when that game arrives." And no one can find me because I'll just be in bed with the Switch, just living my best life. Don't look for me.
Yeah.
Give me 2
Don't
weeks.
don't look for me. I will not be here. Like
Nope. And it's perfect. The timing of this game is so perfect that it comes out September 17th, the day after my wedding anniversary. So I'm like, perfect. You are not interrupting my marriage. You are coming out afterwards. It's like they knew. They knew. Such a
No.
such a
When's
good
your
vibe.
anniversary?
September 16th.
Okay.
So that's our wedding anniversary. And the next day's Fire Emblem. I'm like, yay!
Let's go.
What perfect timing.
I've got to say, I do like the fact that every time props must be given to Nintendo. That anytime you buy something off of the Nintendo eShop, you get little gold coins that you can then use as like. You don't get a lot of them, but that's more than any other other storefront does. Gives you points on what you buy, so that you can then redeem those points back to take money off your next purchases. I'm like, how is this not the default? If you actually want people to like do on digital purchases and stuff like that, give them a bit of an incentive. It's not difficult to just do something like that.
It's not. Again, I mean, I know that I am a Nintendo critic because I want them to be better than they have been, but I give them credit where credit is due, right? I also got Star Fox for $10 cheaper because I decided to buy it digital versus like physical, right? And I was like, you're literally saying if you buy it physical, it will cost you more, which makes sense because you are also like creating the key card, right? Or the cartridge, you know, whether it's a full key card, whatever. You were like putting the plastic together, you're putting this together, right? That makes sense to me that you would be able to discount it a bit if you get a digital one. Not that you're going to charge me the same price whether I buy it physical or digital. That sucks. That's stupid. That doesn't make sense. That is just bringing up your profits compared to and taking the same amount of money from me. But I think
is Sony not bringing in regional pricing this week? Did I read that, and was it true? Is the real thing? Because it was on the internet, so it's very, very could not be true. But I thought I read something that Sony are currently looking to bring in regional pricing, which means they now have just full control over how much anything you buy costs, like with nothing.
I have
nothing to stop
no idea. I'll be honest, I don't even know the last time I opened up or turned on my PlayStation, and I haven't paid that much attention to what PlayStation. What they are doing, which I don't love because I covered this for the site, is if you are a PlayStation Plus member, instead of all the games releasing on the same day to PlayStation Plus, there's now different dates for everything. I'm like, this is confusing as fuck. Why are we doing this? Just release them all the same day. Like, so now it's like, oh, globally, these games will release these days, but if you're in UK, Japan, or US, you might be getting them on a different day. It might be earlier, it might be later than everywhere else. I was like, what is this shit? Just release them all at the same time. Why? Why are we trying this new format? You used to release them all at the same time before. This is absurd. And it's not like, oh, if you pay extra, because I know there's like the different tiers of it. It's not like, if you pay more, you get it sooner. It's like, no, it's just depending on where you live. I'm like, this is stupid. Why are we doing this? Why? It makes it harder for me when I'm trying to cover what is coming to PlayStation Plus, because now I'm like, well, now I have to make sure that I put the stupid date that it's coming globally versus these 3 places. Stop it. Get help. Just put them out. Why are you making it more complicated?
Get help. I love that. PlayStation, get help. Like, what are you doing? Like, this is unacceptable. Just get help, bro. Like,
It is. Like, why? Like, why do I need different dates for these? Are you going to remove them at different dates too? Or are you going to remove them all at the same time so I have access to certain games for less time because you just decided to put them out in waves? It's a fucking month. Like, just also, why do you have to do this mid-month or close to the late month? Just put it out at the start of the month, give people a month. This is nonsense. This is ridiculous. Stop it. Like, random ass days. Who's going to remember this? Like, no, I don't want this. We're already mad at you for trying to take away, like, physical. Could you not make things more complicated? Could you give us one little nugget of something to not be mad at you about? And I know I'm not mad about it because I also don't have a PlayStation Plus account because I just don't care enough. But it was just annoying in trying to, like, be like, here are the things coming. Oh, fuck, all these dates. Oh, god damn it. So I'm just more mad at having to cover it that way. In all honesty.
Yeah, it's just anything to make things more complicated for consumers, right?
Yeah.
Like,
you want my money? Make it simple. Like, I will give you my money if you make it simple.
I have found a news article on a website called techforgamers.com. I do not know if they are a reputable site or not. I assume that they are. I'm not gonna diminish them. I've never heard of them before. But they have a news article from today saying PlayStation set to introduce regional pricing. Digital games may cost more in certain regions. PlayStation is introducing regional pricing to Latin American countries like Mexico. However, the higher exchange rate being used by the company will make games more expensive. Regional pricing is also set to be introduced to more countries moving forward, according to PlayStation. So yeah, great. That's great for this. Like, interesting, the conversion rate PlayStation will use to price products in each of these countries lowers the worth of the Mexican peso in contrast to actual trading value. Currently, $1 US dollar is equivalent to 17 Mexican pesos, but the company's exchange rate converts. That's a spelling mistake. Where's your editor? Where's your editor here? 20 Mexican pesos to $1, making titles more. So they're just using their own exchange rate. That's fucking wild. What do you mean? No, it's not just regional pricing. They're just like, nah, it wasn't exchange rate. Like, I'm not doing this. PlayStation, I understand they want to just put out all the bad news at once, like, so maybe people stop complaining about it, but this is like getting into we're just being genuinely evil territory. Literally. Like, what do you mean? Like, that's pure fuck you energy. Like,
that really is.
Like, fuck these guys specifically. Like, so yeah, I'm very sorry to the PlayStation consumers in Mexico, Honduras, and Nicaragua who are now having to deal with this. And obviously, oh my god, the Mexican government has filed a lawsuit against PlayStation for it.
Good.
Like, It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're being sued by the Mexican government.
Mhm.
Fucking stop it. Like, like the government's like, no, absolutely not. We're not fucking having this.
I feel
And
like
yeah.
PlayStation's getting it from all sides because I don't remember if it's the whole EU or if it's the UK. Don't they have something that they're trying to file about like and I have not been paying enough attention and I'm a little tired. But isn't there something they're filing about digital games and how they can just basically remove access to your game? I feel like I was just talking to somebody about this. And I don't know if it's like a whole lawsuit, but they're trying to file something about games and people like owning the games compared to how so many of like the way the move to digital is setting it up so that people don't own their games.
Yeah, I think there's definitely something on the go. Because there was all the Stop Killing Games initiative in the EU. But yeah, if anything like this is going to happen, it's going to be an EU initiative. Consumer rights in the UK are like fine, but they're not as good as they used to be since we decided to leave the EU. Rip. Rip that terrible decision.
Whoops.
But yeah, I can't imagine it would be a purely UK thing. It does sound like something the European Commission would, who are generally pretty good for consumers, would try and do.
But yeah, no, that's fair. I just remember hearing about it. I was in a streamer talking to somebody who's streaming and they're from the UK and we were talking about it a little bit, but that's why I was like I was taking it with a little bit of a grain of salt because I was like, you're talking about it, but I don't know that you're necessarily they were necessarily the most informed person about it. So I was like, okay, that's why I was like, I'm sure there's something happening, but I don't know where exactly it's happening.
Yeah, I don't know where it's happening, but yeah, this doesn't. Considering all of the talk, did the EU were like investigating Steam as a monopoly for digital storefronts on PC, and it's like, well, that's just simply not true because it's Epic Game Store is there. It's installed on my computer. I never open it, but it does exist. Yeah. Ubisoft makes me open Ubisoft Connect even if I've bought the game on fucking Steam. the wankers. It's like, I don't want to play this on Ubisoft Connect. What's wrong with you? I bought it on Steam. Like, so yeah, it does seem like something the European Commission would be like. This looks a lot like a digital monopoly. Like if you're making people only be able to buy their games directly from your storefront because they can't even go to Amazon or like Argos or Best Buy or something in the US to pick something up for cheaper. Like, it's like, you dictate the price. Don't think anything will ever be on sale on PlayStation ever again. This will be a Nintendo situation, absolutely. You will never find a game on sale ever again if there's no other way you can buy it. Like,
I mean, shit, even Nintendo puts a few things on sale every once in a while. You know, once a year, you hit March 10th, and they put some shit on sale.
They're like, yeah, it's Mario Day. Do you want to buy this 10-year-old Mario game? Like, we also have this special edition Mario game. It will not be available a month after this. You could only buy it now. Like, it's like, what do you mean? You have a limited edition game?
Yep.
What's wrong with you? Like,
yep. Oh, I mean, they did that with They did that with the
3D
first
All-Stars.
They did that with the first Fire Emblem. The first Fire Emblem, they were like, we're putting this on sale, and it like the first Fire Emblem in the like Switch shop, and it was like, it is on sale now, and you can buy it for this next month, and then I was like, what? So of course I bought it. I haven't played it, but I was like, I'm gonna play it one day, but I'm gonna buy it now because if I don't buy it now, I'm not gonna have a chance to buy it later. So what is this limited sale time?
What do you mean? You have a limited edition game? I bought the Mario 3D All-Stars, not just because Super Mario All-Stars was one of the very first games that I ever owned, but yeah, just the idea of having we have a limited edition game is wild. Like, yeah, what are you talking about? Like,
no, it's wild. These companies be doing some wild things, man. I don't know. It's I question some of it, and this is where I'm like, this is why I'm a critic of some of the things that they do. But
Mm.
you know, educated hating. But I do love my time with Star Fox, and I have been enjoying Mario Kart World. Not that I'm good at it, and there's so much to unlock. And I don't know why everybody's hating on the shy guy in the game. Because every time I play I feel like I play a shy guy, and they all gang up on me. I'm like,
Why?
I don't know. I play as other characters, and I'm like, okay, it doesn't feel as aggressive. I play a shy guy, and I'm like, why am I getting like everything thrown at me? I was like, what is this?
Are you playing against computer or like?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not good enough to go like online against like people that have been playing for months. It's so funny.
Miyamoto specifically just fucking hates Shy Guy. Like,
It's just so funny. I was playing it on stream, and it was literally like, here's a bomb followed by, it was like 3 things in a row. And like Shy Guy is one of Sean's favorites, so I was like, I'm gonna make you proud by using Shy Guy and having him like win the Grand Prix and blah blah blah. And I'm like almost at the finish line, and 3 things in a row. I'm like, this is absurd. There's no way that they were able to get 3 things on me back to back to back. I was like, what is this? I was like, this is aggressive. This is beyond aggressive. But when I play as other people, I don't have play as Mario. That doesn't happen. Play as Daisy. That doesn't happen. But play as, God forbid you play as little shy guy who just wants to be on his little bike driving around.
it should happen when you play as Daisy. Fuck Daisy. Like,
What did Daisy do to you?
actually, I don't mind Daisy that much. Fuck Peach specifically. I hate that bitch. I hate her. And I wish only the worst for her. Like, specifically in Mario Kart. I don't really care about Peach in any other context, but yeah, Peach in Mario Kart, fuck her. I hate her. Like,
Okay, so what I'm hearing is eventually we all need to play Mario Kart together and just gang up on Peach. But maybe we can also invite Brit's fantasy guest to play Mario Kart with us.
Oh, my fantasy guest might play.
Everybody plays Mario Kart.
My fantasy guest is Ren Breyer from Witchbean Games, which put out Unpacking back in 2021, 22,
a
21.
absolute banger. I love that game.
Yes. So how this guest came about was, my daughter and I were in Trader Joe's earlier this week, and the person checking us out was talking to my daughter, and my daughter looked at me and goes, "Oh, I can't wait to go home and play Unpacking," because my daughter's been getting into video games and she really liked Unpacking. So she's been working through that, and I just had a great conversation with the person checking us out about Unpacking and what it meant to them and things like that. And I would love to have Ren on the podcast to just talk to them about just, I see that they did like a Reddit Q&A and answered some of my questions, but I would just like to pick their brain. They're from Australia. Because Unpacking, regardless of your play style, is a game for the people. I just feel like it's just such how a story is told without any words. And I think it's so beautiful and amazing, and how it's just grown into being accessible. I think they just released it in April on Apple Arcade. So it's that accessible.
I always forget that Apple Arcade exists as a thing.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not subscribed to Apple Arcade, but the availability for people there, because we've been talking about like accessibility, like if it's a PlayStation exclusive, Nintendo exclusive, like we all know growing up that like we passed, like I don't know about over there, but like in Blockbuster, a lot of the games that I tried out were from Blockbuster, like because you could go rent video games. So the accessibility is just there with this game, not only in being able to like access the game, but just in the accessibility to playing the game. So, they really took in consideration, people with different disabilities when it comes to like moving items and playing items and things like that. And it has a place in the video game Hall of Fame at the Strong Museum of Play, which is in Rochester, New York, which we frequent. So when I saw it there, I thought that was pretty cool. So, yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
like I know you said that the Reddit AMA happened, but I also feel like it's nice to speak to people and interview people in real time, because I feel like they may say something that then gets you thinking about a different like question that like you want to dig deeper into, and it's a lot harder to do that when it's a Reddit AMA or a written interview or anything like that, right? Like or even interviews where they tell you have to submit questions ahead of time, because every once in a while like we get things like that too, and it's like and I don't mind submitting the questions ahead of time, and I understand why most of the time, but it's also just like, but what if they say something that's so insightful or so like interesting that I really want to I really want to unpack this more, right? Like,
yes.
Sorry, I was trying to think of another word and I literally couldn't.
You have to stop. This is unacceptable behavior.
Well, I was like I can't think of another word for this. Oh my god.
We're already cliche, we can add some more. Like, cause she talks about I don't know their pronouns, but they talk about how they came up with the idea when their partner Tim, who is also one of the designers for the game, moved in with them, and they were unpacking their boxes, and how it was so exciting to unpack their life through these boxes. And to be able to hear someone like someone can write their story, but to hear it physically, them talk about it, you get to see their body language, you get to see just the emotion behind the story. So I want to talk to them. I want to see, because this game, without words, like I said, tells a story. I want to hear what that story is. You know what I mean? So yeah. I just think sometimes that games are so, like we talk about Stardew a lot, how it's impactful. Unpacking has been impactful, specifically to me. So I think it's just, I don't know. I would love to pick their brain.
I currently have their website up. Renegade.info. You can contact Ren via email or Blue Sky through the buttons below. Should I just click on the email and just email them and be like, do you want to come on our podcast? Should I do it live on the podcast? I'm going to do it.
Okay, good.
Well, it's live for us. It's pre-recorded for the people who
not live for everyone else, but yeah.
They get to hear about the magic behind the scenes. When we just sometimes message people and be like, hey, do you want to do this thing?
You want to do this thing? I need to open my email client. Like, I'm clicking on the button and nothing's happening, and it's because I don't have an email client open, so it's just like it's trying to open a new email, and you can give me a break. I'm sleepy.
Listen, we're all a little sleepy. I actually have not played Unpacking.
It's super good.
It's super good, and it's not a game where you have to play it all in one sitting. Did I? Yes.
Because it's not long, like in the grand scheme of things, right?
No, it's like 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe.
It depends on how careful you are and how. It's all about how you attack it. Are you a person like that gets it done, or are you like la 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 la? I'm gonna take my time. So, like, my daughter was playing it yesterday, and she kept coming downstairs. Where does this go? What is that? I don't know what that is. And like I'm like, I'm working, babe. Like, I can't come upstairs and like see what you see. And she goes, okay, let me go take a picture of it. And she would take my phone and she'd run upstairs and she would take a photo of it. What's that? And I'm like, oh, that's a dish rack. And she goes, would a dish rack go? I was like, in the kitchen. Oh yeah. And then she would run. So
That's so
like
sweet.
I love that she started a conversation with someone in the middle of a Trader Joe's about a game that she is so interested in, and
Yeah.
it I think it's just like full circle for me that like the accessibility of it being on so many platforms.
Mhm.
My child is playing a game that I love,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and just like this is the future that we are trying to raise up in the sense of like when it comes to video games. And I
Yeah.
feel like the more strict we make video games being accessible, the less our future is going to want to play video games, or it's going to become a thing for people who have money.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then it's not a joy anymore. It's
It's a
like
flex.
it's a flex. And how many the story in unpacking how impactful it is, kids will not get to experience that because
Mhm.
of the accessibility. So
Yeah. And
so
I
it's
think
just it's just something I think about.
yeah, but I think it's also I think it also shows how like I think there was a generation of people, and to some extent this still exists, where people are like, gaming is such a, a thing that people do alone. Gaming is not something that you can connect with other people on, right? There was
Mhm.
a stigma. I think it's faded a bit, but there are still people that like really hold on to that. But like the fact that your daughter was able to have that conversation about it and connect with people on it, right? I feel like that's what you hope to see more of, right? And that's not going to happen with everything and every game or whatever. But I think just knowing that that can happen and that exists, and that sometimes games are the avenue for people to connect on, right? To
Mhm.
take that narrative of it's like it's something antisocial people do, and they stay up in their room all day and they play games and they don't talk to people, and this is why the next generation doesn't know how to interact with people and blah blah blah. Like, no, that's not intrinsically true, right? Like, you can bond with people over games, and you can start conversations because of games. Like, I think about last year, when we took our honorary niece, because we're not actually related, but we took her to
Mhm.
Anime NYC, and she I haven't touched this game in a long time, and I haven't actually brought this game up in a long time either, but the horse girl game Uma Musume, um you know played it a ton, right? So when you know she saw people dressed in the cosplay, it was
Mm.
like, do you think I can go over to them and ask them to do pulls on my account? Like, maybe they'll be good luck. Yeah, absolutely. Because I want, like, as a person, right, and as a teenager and someone like figuring out like who you are and how to exist in this world and converse with people,
Mhm.
like, yes, this is a
Mhm.
safe way to go and like have that conversation and to approach someone and not be hiding away and like, whatever. And it's like, so that just proves that games can be that thing that opens the door for people to have the conversation, right? Like, whether it's the content of the game or, something as fun and silly as like go have them do the polls on your account or whatever, right? There is a space for it to be a bonding mechanism, a conversational piece, and for people to continue to grow and get to know people. And I think that can be some of the beauty that comes from games, right? Instead of it just being like, oh, they're violent and they make people violent and they make people antisocial and blah 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 blah. Like, no, that
Yeah.
sounds like a personal problem.
This sounds like you're literally in the 1980s.
Mhm.
Like, what do you mean? Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
there's so many games. Slay the Spire is not going to make me violent. Like, not even when I lose a run. I'm just like, oh well. Like, I'm never fully annoyed at Slay the Spire unless it just refuses to give me like a rupture when I really need a rupture? Why would the game not do this? Why
But
is
it
it so
makes us
against
do
me?
so much math.
No, it makes me die at from like because I've got one away from lethal just regularly. But that's not the game's fault. That's because I can't count. Like, it's like my some parts of my maths have gotten significantly better since I started playing 17 hours of Slay the Spire 2 on a daily basis instead of going to bed. Like, I now immediately know if I put if I use bash into a strike that's lethal. It's 8 plus 9, that's definitely lethal. Like, we got it. But yeah, it's just there's so many games that are not even close to like Call of Duty or anything like that. Not that I think Call of Duty makes people violent either.
No.
But yeah, just there's things like Minecraft. Like, what sort of world would we be in if like kids today couldn't go to school and talk to their friends about Minecraft and share their little Minecraft worlds together and hang out, usually in creative mode, just building things? I'm like, how could this possibly be bad?
That's the thing. It's like, how can it be bad? But yet, like, I speak to some people, and I was talking to somebody that I work with, and the conversation was, I'm a little nervous about like my kid playing games, but I'm also concerned that they won't have anything to talk about with other kids their age if I don't let them play games. But I really don't want them to be that kid who hides themselves away. And I'm like, just because they play games. So it's like that stigma and that sense is still there, right? Like, her kid is 7. I'm like, your kid is gonna want to explore games because that's what other 7-year-olds are doing, right? So it's like, but yet, like, her concern was very much like, he's gonna be the kid that stays in his room and doesn't do anything else. And I'm like, that's not true. And if that's what that becomes, that kind of feels like maybe that's an issue on how you're teaching him balance, right? And I didn't say all of that, right? Because you
should have. You should have.
Well,
you should have been like, just tell him he's not allowed to play the game past a certain time of the day.
They rank a bit higher than me, so I was like, let me be careful.
You should have fought them in the car park. You should have been like, hear me.
Here's my question: are you not watching your child that you're afraid that this is going to happen?
Yeah,
that's why I was like, I'm not gonna get into that deep conversation, because then it's also like, well, you're not a parent, you don't get it. And I'm like, you're right, I'm not a parent, I don't fully get it, but I also had parents that watched what I did, so there was a balance there, right? So like, so that's why I was like,
my dad was actively beating me at Mario Kart. Like, what do you mean? like, what are you talking about? You can also like,
join them,
right? Brett has just said you can actively encourage this and talk to them and help them with the games and have a wonderful, lovely
and
experience.
have a healthy experience on the internet, because not everyone is going into creepy chat rooms and things like that, because it can happen quickly. Like, you think it's an innocent something, and I'm not going to say every person that their parents are vigilant on what they're doing doesn't something, but like, play with your kids. Even if you don't really like it, it's something your kid enjoys. And like, I may not just like creative mode in Minecraft, but my little does. She loves spawning cats everywhere and having like a cat house, but it's something she enjoys. And I don't want to have the type of household that I grew up in, and like, if you're enjoying a video game, you're being lazy. If you're enjoying something sitting down, you're being lazy, or the mindset where video games are a lazy person's thing. And
I
instead,
just happen to like video games and I'm lazy. They're not correlated at all.
It's not because
they're not mutually exclusive. Yeah. So
it's
like,
not because.
yeah. So I just think there's a healthy way to go about it, and teach your kids the safety of the internet, but also teach them how enjoyable it can be.
Yes.
So that's just my opinion as a parent.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I'm not every kid's parent, but
But I think that's exactly it, right? Because it's some of the maybe like episode 3 or 4 of Girl Pod, right? So going back. Like, I mean, some of the episodes that V and I talked on were like the enjoyment that we had playing games with our dads, right? And like that was a bonding thing that we did, right? Even if it's because they were kicking our ass in whatever game we were playing, right? But it was bonding moments, right? It was things that we haven't forgotten now 30 years later, right? But there was that balance, there was care to it. And I think there are households that find that balance and work with it. I think then there are households that are like, well, video games are the lazy person's thing, and that's what they were taught, and they've internalized that, and that's what then they're now sort of putting on their kids, right? And then there are the ones who are on the total opposite side of that, where it's like, well, I never got to do this as a kid, so now I'm going to let my kid do it, but then they let the kids overindulge, right? And it's like, but you have to find that balance, even if you didn't have it as a kid because your parents didn't instill that. Like that should be part of growing and evolving, and you know, whatever that looks like for you, whatever word you want to throw in there. Because again, I just think gaming can open up so many wonderful things, and we've talked about how it exposes you to emotions and stories that you wouldn't normally get to, and maybe you just won't have the chance to experience in your life, good, bad, and in between, right? Because some stories hopefully you don't experience because they're sad and traumatic, but you can experience them through a safe lens, but that does mean the time to do that, and allowing the space for it, and then finding a balance. But not every, it's just still, it's very interesting to me that not everybody does that. And it was very interesting having that conversation and being like, so there are still people that see this in a super negative tone, like light, and not just because of a specific type of game, but because gaming in general.
I'm also like, so you said that their child is like 7?
Yeah.
So if their child's outside playing, are they not watching them? Like, I get this.
For some people, they're like the area's safe. They go outside. They play in the yard. They like, and I'm like,
yeah. I think it's like, obviously there's the whole conversation about when people are like, back in my day, we just went out and played all day until it was dinner time. Like, I was always within eye line of our front window. Like, I was not out till like nightfall without someone actively knowing where I was. And anytime I was not there, it would be like someone would come and find you, and then you were in trouble because you were told not to go there. Like, because my parents didn't want me to get hit by a car, or not just getting snatched. It's not like just stranger danger. Kids are stupid and they have no concept of their own mortality. Like, not in a bad way. Yeah, they are genuinely like, oh, I could jump off this. No, you can't jump off that. It's too high. Like, they don't understand fall damage because they've never played Dark Souls. They don't get it. Like,
okay, so what I'm hearing you say is, let your child play Dark Souls so they know that they get fall damage.
Yeah, games can teach you life lessons.
They can.
You can learn the dangers of gravity. Don't jump off that. It's a bad time. But there's also the fact that not all of the people, but so many of the people are like, oh, back in my day we used to go out and do this. It's like, you're the people that would complain about kids playing in front of your front door. You would complain about kids in the street. You're the sort of people that are the reason, like, there's less parks because you don't want noise near you. Like, kids can't go out and play because you will complain, but then you complain that kids stay in the doors and play video games. And like, you have to pick a struggle. And presumably the struggle that you have picked is just being the most insufferable prick known to man. But like, it's the same people. Like, oh, kids today are soft. Kids don't know how to do things. Even teenagers and things, like, they're not allowed. They don't know how to do things. It's like, oh yeah, because you like defund education. You like take away places that they're allowed to go. Like, you complain in the UK, it's like complain to the council and get parks closed. And like, we used to have a swimming bath in Stirling that was like a council swimming bath that was cheap to get into. It got shut down for a fucking car park so people can come and don't have to walk into town, or like, and the only other swimming pool now is like owned by a private company, and it's really expensive to get in. It's like, so what do you want kids to do?
Right.
Like,
Right.
we have shut down all the services that allow kids, like,
To be kids. Mhm.
yeah, like youth clubs and things. I went to youth club when I was a like child into being a teenager. It was just like slightly older children or like people in their early 20s looking after us while we played stuff on computers and stuff and all
Mhm.
chatted. That doesn't exist anymore because
No.
the place that it used to be is being knocked down, so they can build like another private housing estate. What do you want from kids? They have nowhere to fucking go.
Mhm.
But also, they're not allowed to play video games because that's for lazy people and it will rot their brains. I'm like, make it make sense. Sorry, that was my rant for the episode. Like, with
I
that
like
sort
it.
that
No,
annoys the shit out of me.
it's the type of rant we need though, because honestly, it's universal. It's not just over there, it's not just here. It's
Yeah.
both, like it's happening other places.
Mm.
I think we I don't know about you guys how you feel about it, but I feel like our generation and above worry about themselves and
Mhm.
not what the future. And that includes a lot of things. We're talking AI, we're talking getting rid of like accessible places for children to be, and just like we're so focused on ourselves and what's happening to us that we're not thinking about the younger future, what's going to happen after we're gone. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, yeah, I have to worry about myself because who else is? Shut up.
But
Just shut up. Like,
and
I
you
get
can-
it, but
you can
that's-
care
that's
about
within
more
reason.
than one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. That's within reason. Like, okay, yeah, care about yourself for like, like having a roof over your head, like having food in your belly, right? Like, yeah, okay, fine. Like the basic human needs, obviously, right? But there is, or there should be a point where it's like, okay, at what point do I now have to look out for the larger collective and not just me, right?
Yeah.
And I think our generation is somewhere in the middle of that, right? Because I
Yeah.
think there are people that are thinking about that. I think there are people that are, kind of sort of doing that work. But I think unfortunately some of that, I'm trying not to be too pessimistic, but I think some of that care and concern comes after realizing, oh shit, the generations previously made it so awful for me, and now I can't get ahead, and now I can't do any of this, and I just don't want to be blamed for doing that to other people, right? Like and yes, at least we get there, but it feels like we get there from a place of, I just don't want to be as bad as the people that came before, and not a place of genuine like care and concern for things. Whereas I think some of the generations that have come after us, and obviously there's people in these generations who are just as bad as, people in the generations that came prior. And on the flip side, there are people in the generations that came prior that are better and do care about these things and all of that, right? So it's not to generalize everybody in that generation.
Yes.
But like when you look at policies and, you're looking at policies that are government enacted policies, but you're looking at that because at least, for a lot of countries and nations, it's like, well, people voted to put these people in power and then they made policies. So that's kind of why you generalize, these by generations. Right. So it's like, I think the younger generation is just more aware of things because of the hand that they've been given, right? A lot, like as millennials, we saw what could have been, but are dealing with the what is. So that care, concern, consideration, right, is somewhere in the middle. And and that's why I think sometimes it also ends up being a little misguided. And that's where I talk about like the the now parents who were like, I didn't get to do this thing because my parents saw it one way, so now I'm in the total opposite end of the spectrum. I'm like, no, don't, no, that's too far. You have tried to overcorrect things, right?
Yeah.
Like, so find the
Yeah.
middle ground. Like, there should be a middle ground to everything. There should be
Yeah.
a balance, right? There's a reason that fucking Star Wars wants a balance in the Force, right? Because you can't be all one side or all the other side. That shit don't work, clearly, right? That's why the Jedi Order
Yeah.
fucking fell apart. Find some balance, you bastards, right? But right, like,
No, all emotions and attachments are inherently wrong. How could this go? How could this backfire at all? Like,
I-
just asking people to completely switch off the things that connects them with other humans and other, or just other people, so that they can empathize. How could this backfire?
how could this
What
be
do you mean?
awful? Right?
Like-
I just feel like there needs to be a balance in how we think of things, because or else you end up with like the me generation, right? And I think some people do see the younger generations as like a me generation. I'm like, I don't think they're I think it's also like how we're thinking about what is the me generation, right? It's
Mhm.
like the younger generations are sort of thinking about it and looking at it as, I'm not conforming to the things that came before because it's not in my best interest, but their best interests sometimes align with what is the best interest of everybody, because there just seems to be more of this like collective. And maybe to some extent, as crazy as this sort of sounds, maybe that's because there's less of them, right? And when I say less of them, I mean maybe that's because people aren't giving birth as much, and as our population, like our populations and our birth rates are going down, right? People are able to come together in a different way. And I know this sounds crazy and sort of out there, but you know, the ideas and the exchanges and all of this, right? They're seeing it from a very different lens and perspective than what we would have seen it from when everything seemed great, right? Economies were booming, things looked really good. You were like, if you work hard and go to school and get a degree, you'll be able to do great things, right? Like, that was a promise that was given to us.
That was a lie. That was a lie.
That was a fucking lie.
I think the difference is, from me, from like the perspective of me generation versus older versus younger. I'm sorry, my hands are red because I've been playing with a ball of baby bell wax that is on my table. Sorry. But this whole, as you say, like, millennials almost specifically were promised a lot. We didn't get it. The younger generations, they've not been made any promises because there's nothing to give them. They can see that it's a lie, which obviously is going to make you a little bit more pessimistic and a little bit more like concerned for your own well-being. But I think that they also understand that they can't do it the same it's always been done.
Yeah.
Because otherwise nothing's going to change. The people who are, and again, it's obviously not, as you say, not everyone from the older generation, their whole thing is like, I've got mine, so fuck you. And let me tell you how easy it was for me to get mine, so how can you not do it? And it's like, oh, like, you can't buy a house? Like, I bought my first house immediately out of high school on a minimum wage. And it's like, tell me you can't read a fucking graph, because that's house prices here, wage here. But they also just don't actually care that young people can't get houses. They want young people to have children so that there's more people paying their pension and for them to profit. They want young people to not be able to buy houses so they can pay rent to them so that they can pay for their like holidays and stuff. They don't want young people to do better. They want to complain about young people not doing better so that they can pretend that they care and or make it seem like they care. But they don't. It only financially benefits them to keep the younger generations down, because then it means that they can take advantage of the situation that everyone's in. And unless there's like a big change in mindset, people always say it's like you get more conservative as you get older, and I'm just more angry as I get older. The older I get, the more tired I get, and the angrier I get. Because what do you mean people can't afford houses? Because private landlords own all the fucking houses, like, and then you won't vote for them to build accessible houses for people. And
Mhm.
then it's like, if it's like, oh no, well, we should get rid of private landlords. It's like, oh, you just don't want to see people do well. It's like, no, I want to see people that are not exploiting people do well. Like, I want to see other people do well. I want you on a guillotine, motherfucker. Like, do you know what? I am like sick to the back teeth of like, oh, well, I earned this. It's like, from what? Owning a house and making someone else pay for it? How is that earning shit? What do you do? You do nothing. You are a parasite. You are the parasite. You do nothing. On the guillotine, right in the guillotine. Guillotining for everyone. Like, give the younger generation a chance instead of complaining about them all the time because you can't exploit them for profit because they're just not willing to let you. Like, oh, I'm so mad. Like,
When V says she's done with her rant, she's really not. It's just the opening act.
It's waiting for the
just-
transition to the next one.
It goes back to like a little bit what we're talking about with like modern video games and like storefronts and stuff like that. It's like you will own nothing and you will be fucking happy for the the slop and the dregs that you're given. And all these companies have soaring fucking profits and they're laying people off and they're just like, number not go up fast enough. So fuck you specifically, I guess. Like, you're not allowed to enjoy anything. Kids won't even be able to afford video games, as Brett says, that they can enjoy with their friends, so they can have a human connection. We're all going to get strapped into some sort of fucking matrix pods to fund OpenAI's ChatGPT model, which will still just fucking lie and make shit up that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, we need a Godzilla level event. Like, we require a Godzilla. That's all I'm saying.
It doesn't make a difference, V. We have people fucking explosive diarrhea over here, and then we have, you know, orange cities from wildfire smoke, right? We have fucking earthquakes happening. It doesn't make a difference because the people that can do anything about it aren't doing shit.
Yeah, but what if it was a Godzilla though? It's because like
The problem is that
is...
Godzilla destroys indiscriminately. And
No, but Godzilla is sentient. We don't know that. Godzilla is a metaphor for like humanity's destruction through its own hubris. So what if sentient Godzilla, because it knows it wants to fight, Godzilla knows that she wants to fight King Kong and Mothra. Godzilla's not stupid. So I think if there was a real Godzilla, Godzilla would know that she's got beef with Elon Musk. Like, Godzilla would know that
See,
we
here's
must
the
kill
problem, though.
Elon Musk.
Here's the problem. Godzilla comes in, destroys a whole bunch of buildings, right? Who's fixing those buildings? Who's paying for those buildings to be fixed? Because the common person can't afford it. It's going to be tied up in all these fucking insurance businesses. And then it's just going to be waiting for it to funnel out. The people with money and access to all this stuff are just going to take the money and hoard it. And then be like, oh, we're going to put up the most piss poor buildings. But hey, we gave you your buildings back. We gave you your housing back. And it's not going to benefit anybody. It's too indiscriminate. We need a revolution, okay? We need a real
guillotine.
legit revolution where we eat the
guillotine.
rich.
Can be guillotining. Yeah, we can be guillotining. I just think it would be fun if it was a Godzilla, because I like Godzilla. And if Godzilla knew, we could have like a translation. Godzilla's like just on the coast of the US, being like, bring me your billionaires so that we can arrange a situation. Like, I need to talk to all the billionaires about what we're going to do about me fucking off. And then all the billionaires are brought out, and then Godzilla's just like one pass, nuclear breath, like boom, and it's like, none of you do this again, or else I'll be back, and then just swims back into the sea. Like, you better redistribute this well properly, because I'll be waiting in the sea. That's my...
Every couple months, you just see like this head pop out of the ocean, and it's just like two eyes.
Yeah.
Get your shit together. Like, I would watch that Godzilla movie. I would watch that Godzilla movie.
I would.
Ew.
I mean, somebody make this
Godzilla
Godzilla
just,
movie,
like,
please.
Who was it? Garth Edwards? He made Godzilla 2014, I'm sure. Like, make that Godzilla movie. Like,
No, it's just it's crazy. I don't know, these, you know, these companies, the profits, the idea of not owning anything, and then just dealing with it, being happy, like just scrounging by. It's like I hate the idea that like history will just repeat itself, but it really feels like history just repeats itself, and it's like, okay, so we go back to like what happens? We go back to a depression of sorts, right? And then but then when you think about, thinking about US history and the Great Depression, so the Great Depression happened, right? And then obviously things bounced back. But when you think about it, it's like, well, what happened after everything bounced back? We ended up with like the baby boomer generation, and we ended up with these generations that then were like, well, I got mine, so you figure it out, right? Because they came out of these spaces where things were so desperate and awful that then I can understand why, their parents who dealt with, the true effects of the Great Depression then imparted on them this idea of like, well, get yours and keep going. I understand how you get to that place, right? So it's like, are we just going to end up cycling back to this, right? Is that where we're going to end up? And then things like, during times of like prohibition, it was like booze was a luxury, right? Are we going to end up where like games are the luxury and you can only play the games if you are the haves versus the have-nots? And then when the depression is over, it's just like, well, now get yours, get your game consoles, get this, get what you can, and enjoy it, because the generation that comes after you might not be able to get it because it just is too much, right? They're not gonna be able to enjoy things. They're not gonna have recreation. They're not gonna, it's just like, how do you stop that from happening and from some sort of history repeating itself when the world is the way that it is, and these corporations and capitalism have just taken anything that people should have been able to enjoy for a little bit, right? And be able to detach and breathe and just like live a life. But corporations are out here like, fuck it, we gonna raise the prices. You're not gonna own this shit. We're gonna take it off when we feel like taking it off your account. Like, what? Why? I've worked hard to be able to enjoy this, and now you're telling me I can't enjoy it in the way I want to enjoy it. It's bullshit.
Yeah. I think it's also very interesting that one of the things that accelerated, or economists would say, one of the things that accelerated recovery from the Great Depression was the fact that Franklin D. Roosevelt brought in a wealth tax. So all of these baby boomers benefited from the super rich being taxed at like 75% over every million that they earned, and thus the big company owners and stuff like that would reinvest that money into their companies rather than pay the tax, or pay the tax so it went into government systems. So like they're always out here being like, no, you can't tax me, I already pay enough tax. Like I need more than £1 million, because like, what the fuck do you mean? No, you don't. Like, I need to be a fucking trillionaire. It's like, no, you don't. You clearly don't. One of the worst economic crises of mankind was solved by taxing the rich, and people out here being like, oh, you can't tax the rich, it never works. It's like, read a book, motherfucker. Like,
that would require people to read. Okay. People don't know how to read anymore.
Okay, but you can get an audiobook. Like, get someone else to read it for you. Go to the library. Like,
audiobooks are reading.
Audiobooks are absolutely reading. If you're intaking good information,
you still need to have some media literacy, and media literacy is dead.
It's not media though; it's history. Like, you don't need to be
That's
able to
even worse.
interpret it. It just happens.
It's even worse.
Like, just no, like. Taxing the rich never worked, apart from that one time it definitely worked.
Except for the one time that it literally reset everything. Yeah.
Apart from the one time it definitely worked, and the only reason it didn't work as, like, for further was the fact that then the world was plunged into bloody World War II, which was also partially caused by the fact that people in Germany had no money because of economic sanctions, and they couldn't afford to eat bread due to hyperinflation. Like, I need... Go to the library. I need to learn just a tiny bit of what's happened in human history, and the fact that we are just riding straight towards something fucking terrible. Like,
go to a library. Those are still open. Can kids still go to libraries? Is that a thing that they can still do?
The Sterling Library is still open. I'm happy to say I'm a proud member of the Sterling Library. Also support your local libraries, and it's dog shit that they're stopping physical versions of games because you can also get games from the library for free.
You can get a lot of things at the library for free. I don't know if a lot of people know. If you don't have internet, you can
You can get the
get, like-
hotspots.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know that when I lived in Dallas, a couple of the libraries had cooking materials, like to be able to, like, say you didn't have a cake pan, you could rent cake pans and things like that. So support your local libraries. They're more than just books.
Books, movies,
But also
games, like
books are great.
events.
Yeah.
Some of them will host events, which are pretty cool.
Mine does K-pop Demon Hunter, like, things with kids, and they'll, like, push it back to, like, books and reading and, STEM stuff, and yeah, that's really cool. So
Our local library has drop-in sessions in certain days of the week for people who don't have good access to the internet, who are out of work, can come in and use the internet to apply for jobs, and people will also help them with their job application, so they're more likely to get a job. And I'm like, this is a fundamental service. You're, again, people who hate communism, because that's communism, helping people get into work, are always complaining that people don't have jobs and they don't work hard enough, but they also want to defund services that would help people get fucking jobs, because they don't know what communism is, and they also don't know what socialism is, and they just hate it when anyone else betters themselves if it doesn't profit them in some way.
Imagine just, helping people.
Yeah. Housing and food is a basic human right, and people should be able to access it. Like, you can't. Why are you privatizing what people need to be alive? Like, what's wrong with you? Like,
someone in the comments should tell us what's wrong with them.
Yeah. And you can call me a communist if you want. I've read Animal Farm. I know you're wrong. So, like, I know the difference between Marxism, Stalinism, and actual communism, but also socialism. So I will fight with you in the comments if you want. Like, I have read a book. Fuck you. Like,
I feel like V is itching for a fight. I feel like it's happening.
I'm angry. I'm not gonna fight though. I'm gonna go play a good video game, and then I'll calm myself down.
No, I mean that's fair. I just I know, like, obviously we're talking about like video games and then lots of big things, but I think that's because there are parallels to it, right? There are just parallels of the leisure that you can have, the leisure that is taken away from you, and then how one commodity gets taken away and it normalizes another commodity being taken away, and just like this gradual progression of, again, the idea of you own nothing and you'll be happy, right? And it's like, what, I'll be happy to just exist, to just like be able to breathe. Meanwhile, like, the air outside is awful, so what am I actually like breathing, right? So it's like these, we start the conversation with gaming, but it's just like, this is true of so many things, right? This is one small facet, and I think it's sort of scary that it's like, this is where we are. And I think at the heart of like the being upset about games being now just digital, it's not just that the game is just digital, it's a symptom of so many other things, right, that we are losing access to. And I think it's coming out in the rage of video games because it's something that so many people feel connected on, but it's just so much larger than that, right? And it's what the corporations and companies are doing and how it impacts everything. Because I think we talked about it on the episode when we talked about the whole digital thing, right? It's like, well, one company does it and then another company is going to do it, right? And then next thing you know, all the game companies are going to be that way. But it's not just the game companies, right? It's like, when one facet of things sees that this is happening, and it's like, well, and DVDs and Blu-rays don't get made anywhere near as much as they used to, right? Or at least it feels that way. But then it's like, okay, then it's the movies, right? And then it's the music. And then, so it's like all of these activities or these leisure points or, you know, and at the core of it, all this art, right? Because video games, music, all of this is art. All of this becomes something that you can't own, that you can't hold, right? And we lose access to art in the same way. And that is part of what does make us human, right? Like, we can appreciate art, we can create art, we can interpret art, we can do some of that, right? Not that I think animals are stupid, right, by any means, right? But animals don't see art in the way that we see art typically, right?
Yeah.
And that is something that separates us, like man versus beast, right? Human versus animal, whatever term you want to put onto it. And we are now getting to the point where we can't even access that, right? So these corporations and these people with money and all this other stuff are making us no more than fucking cattle to feed their profits. Right? So it's, we talk about it in gaming, but it's so much more than that. It's so much bigger, right? And it is something to be upset about, and it is something to always have in the back of memory. And look, I'm guilty of it. I listen to a lot of stuff on Spotify, right? This is gonna go on Spotify. This is gonna go on YouTube. People are gonna see it digitally, right? I buy my games, a lot of my games on Steam, and yes, I do sometimes buy things physical, right? So yes, I understand that there is a balance of things, but for the choice to be removed, right? That is a problem. And you are limiting access. You are limiting the access, which limits, you know, the exchange of ideas, which limits, you know, how we can continue to engage each other and engage as a society at whole. And I think sometimes that's what they want. They don't want the have-nots and the people below them, and I use these terms very loosely, to be able to engage in ideas and conversations and all of that, because then we realize that the bad guys are the people that are doing this to us, right? And then you have a revolution. Viva la revolution!
18. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they'll make you buy it from them directly. People talk about capitalism as a, you know, it means that profit, like, you can buy it from anywhere. Like, the idea of capitalism is supposed to be competition in the market makes it better for the consumer. I think it's safe to say that that's a failed experiment, like, because if like a couple of massive companies own everything, then how is there any competition in the market? But like, as right from the start of the podcast, almost, like, so PlayStation will force you to buy it directly from them, and then they will put it into your local currency, and they will not even go for the global exchange rate of your currency. They will set it to whatever they please so that they can make the most amount of money. And who wins off of that? PlayStation wins. Sony wins. Everyone else can get fucked.
Yep. Yeah, that's what it becomes. Everybody else doesn't matter.
Yeah. And then the share price will start to go down, because if people can't afford to buy your products, then you're not going to do very well. But then who loses from that? All the staff that work there, because they will be laid off long before any of the CEOs take a fucking pay cut or change their strategy, to the point that no one can afford to buy anything because no one has a job. And all of these big companies are like, how are we not making any money? And it's like, because who's buying your shit, bro? Like, no one can. It's like, it's the most short-sighted thing in the world. Also, I'm so mad. Like, it's so stupid. Like, it's like, oh, our profits are down. It's like, why aren't people buying our things? It's like, no one can afford it because you ripped them the fuck off to the point that they can barely afford to eat, never mind buy entertainment. Like, how are you this stupid? Like, this is cut your nose off, spite your face behavior. Like, absolutely. And I'm supposed to be told these are moguls of business. These are the smartest men alive. Fuck off. Like, just what do you mean?
It's true.
I'm just enjoying V.
She's got a lot of thoughts.
Socialist V. Socialist V's on the pod today. Like,
Listen,
seize the means of production. Make a guillotine. Chop off someone's head. Like,
sorry,
like
no,
Gaddy's getting arrested because of what I have said on the podcast.
no. The storm has officially like definitely kicked off. I was just like, ooh, that was quite loud, right by me. Like, I mean, it is typically hard for me to hear things on with these earphones, and I heard that I was like, ooh, okay. Weather outside is angry. The only thing angrier than V might be the weather outside right now.
The weather's also angry about capitalism. The weather hates capitalism. Like,
I mean, she's crying right now, so.
yeah, she hates it. Like, you've upset the weather. Come on, like, have a look at yourself. Just look at yourself in the mirror. You've upset the weather. Like,
You've upset the weather.
half the world's on fire and the other half of it is being flooded. Have a fucking look at yourself in the mirror before you go to bed and see if you want to live with that. Like,
But their mirror is probably powered by AI, and the AI is just going to tell them that they're wonderful.
The world's on fire. How about yours?
That's the way they like it, because they'll never get bored. Because they'll have access to all of the leisure materials, and we'll be out here just trying to scrape pennies together to get a piece of bread.
bro, the leisure materials in the future are going to be the rich hunting us for sport. Like, you cannot tell me that this is not how humanity is currently heading. Like, this it's going to be the purge, but only like we're purging the poors. This is not all crime is legal. It's like it's legal for me, money, to hunt you a poor for sport. Like,
Yeah. I mean, in the, you know, if any of these dystopian movies have taught us anything, it's that there will be people who will do it to better their families, right? For the hope that their families have a better future. For, you know, the hope that if they do survive, they get to be the one person that walks out of the arena alive and gets a nice house in the capital somewhere, right? Like, and that's unfortunate, but
yeah, you're definitely special. The people who like hunting people for sport will definitely let you go. Like,
yeah. We learn nothing from the Hunger Games. We learn nothing from any of these like dystopian movies that have come out. I feel like those movies, all that were supposed to be warning signs, and they ended up just being the playbooks.
yeah, I think. What is it? There's a quote. Those who fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Like,
But I learned, so why do I have to repeat it?
because everyone didn't learn. Because no one else went to the library, Candy. God damn. Like,
God damn it! Fucking read a book, people.
I'm gonna get a shed and I'm gonna start building a guillotine. I'm in such a guillotining mood. Like, is there a game about guillotining? Could I is there like guillotines?
Wait a second.
Is there French Revolution Simulator?
There
by
is
chance?
actually a tabletop card game called Guillotine.
I love it.
I've played that a lot. It's a fun game.
No, but I started French Revo, and it came up with scientifically accurate dinosaur mating simulator. Not even joking.
Oh, I love that. That's amazing.
It's because it's got the French Revolution. Oh, and scientifically accurate mating simulator 2023 French Revolution.
Okay, I'm up for this.
Okay.
There is a game called Guillotine, but it's a Metroidvania. Actually, it's not out yet. Like, but it looks very fun. You've lost your head and you must get it back, and guillotine, decapitate enemies, steal their powers, and face creatures from Basque folklore, such as Paxte Eremitaria. I'm sorry, I do not speak French. I'm so sorry. Olin Zero, or the Sorgina. Terror and absurd humor in a platformer with the soul of a Metroidvania. Okay, I'm putting this on my watch list.
V
Thank
just found
you.
a new game.
Thank you, Guillotine. Zamoro Studio, if you would also like to come on the podcast, we would love to have you so we can talk about your love of guillotines and apparently claymation, because that
Ooh.
your other game is all claymation and it looks outstanding. Like, so yeah. My obsession currently with guillotines has at least found some fun games that we can recommend to people. Like,
Hey, some episodes we have a game rec, some episodes we don't. This time we do now. You want something cozier? Go play Unpacking. You want something that
Viva la Revolution.
yeah, with a love of guillotines? Guillotine. Go find your chopped off head. Not yet though, 'cause it's not out yet, but soon-ish maybe.
Yeah, it doesn't have a release date on Steam, but I hope
Does it have
that
a
the
demo?
studios. Unfortunately not. I
Okay.
hope that the studio is doing well, and hopefully it will come out soon. I'll see if they've got contact details. I might shoot them an email actually.
Be like, hey.
Hey,
I really
we
want
found
to play your game.
Yeah, we found your game whilst talking about guillotining. Like,
Would you like to talk more about this game? Please.
would you like to
and
talk
thank
about
you.
your love of guillotining? Like,
Would you like to show off a little baby guillotine?
mm.
Not built to scale, but just, for science, What would it look like?
Yeah.
How would you build it? Just
Yeah,
a little something.
tell me how you would build a guillotine for no bad reason.
Oh.
Like, I'm not going to do anything bad with the guillotine. Just
I'm just curious, I want to see the expertise on guillotines, that's all. Wait. I think I lost V.
Oh.
Okay, but I still got you. So
Here.
it's not the storm outside my house.
No.
They've come for her. She talked about guillotines too much.
They cut her internet.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, we go find out what happened to V. I think that's where we cut it so nobody else gets taken. Any last words? Any last words, Britt?
Viva la Revolution.
Viva la Revolution. That's it for today. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. We're going to find out what happened to V. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your gamer friends, leave a comment on something that we did that was wonderful. And if you're listening on Spotify, leave a little 5-star review. That really helps. And hopefully, if V has not been taken, we will all catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.